Now, bam. Let's start right now. Hold on. Let me. Yeah, we gonna edit it good.
We're gonna edit it good?
No, probably not. But let's
Oh, you getting down to it?
Yeah, right there.
That's
We're
what
talking
we're
about
dealing with. Greed. Okay.
Greed.
That's crazy.
Right? Is greed a good thing? Because in society, especially this society, it's about the money, right?
Yeah.
Everybody hustling and bustling, right? So if you were to give way to other people and not be greedy, would that actually be disadvantageous to you? Tell me about it.
Well, absolutely. If you're just giving everything away, it depends on if you're a for-profit type person.
Hold on. Where's that?
Yeah. So it just depends on if you're for profit, the manner in which you're giving, your why, and whether or not it's reciprocated or not. So you gotta figure out your why. That's the bottom line.
So the why is the most important thing, right? But then what happens if you lose? Is it okay to lose so somebody else can win? Because when you're greedy, you're trying to get it all to yourself.
Absolutely. I mean, it just depends on the type of person you are. So are we talking about specifically greedy people? Like this is. I'm
talking about greed as the essence of it. The I want it. The American dream. I want it all.
I mean, again, if you're just going from that scale to that scale, then I feel like, it's not a good end. I mean, greed is greed. And so it appears that people are prospering. It appears that they have what they need. As an outsider looking in, seeing people scale up their businesses and things like that. It can appear to be, I don't know, it can just appear to be whatever it is. You know what I mean? As an outsider, coming from the receiving end of someone, giving, I've been manipulated in that manner to where someone gave me something, but they took all of it. They wanted more and more and more. And even though the goal was to be, they were an investor, they weren't getting what they wanted fast enough. And so they went and consumed the whole thing. So, I've been, a reciprocant of someone's greed. I've had that happen. And yeah, what are your thoughts about it?
I mean,
obviously it was in your mind.
Yeah, so in that situation, would Get Back be all right? If you decide to do some law stuff, take them to court, or do something where you hire somebody, or say do this to that person's business, is that okay?
I think that's the best way to do it. Some people take matters into their own hands, which you got to be careful with that. But I think yes, if you feel like you've been violated, absolutely, take it as far as you can. One thing I'm a firm believer is in paperwork now. Handshake deals, word of mouth deals. This is 2025. That's not gonna fly. If the paperwork not paperworking, people mean well. I mean, to a certain degree, you could trust people's character. You know what I'm saying? But, paperwork, character, and all.
Yeah, I believe that too. I believe that you should get stuff signed. Get it signed. You know what I mean? Because that's how you show the commitment. You know what I'm saying? If you don't sign it, it's just no paperwork, then it really didn't happen. I think there's a saying that saying if you didn't write down, it didn't happen.
No seal, no deal.
Yeah, because you don't know some people are a little funny, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to that money, you know what I'm saying? When y'all best friends for 20 years, all of a sudden the money comes, boom, it's over.
Real
you know what I'm saying?
Real quick. Or people get missing,
where they're
at.
Yeah.
Greed is something else. It's definitely running rampant, big time. I think so. And which brings me to a conversation I've been having for 2 days online, about greed, where, it says that you can't serve two masters, which God and mammon.
Good. That's good. I like that.
God and mammon.
I like that.
And so greed, irrational gain, all these things,
but people love mammon so much though. How do you not serve mammon when you need mammon for everything?
So it's the thing. So, if you're going to the word about it, it's kind of okay, money answereth all things. Right?
It does say
you know what I mean? However, it also says the love of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Is not a good thing. So I think you have to rightfully divide it. You know what I mean? Money is necessary. It definitely can answer a whole lot of things for sure. But you have to balance that. You got to wait it out. Like, what's your intention? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, your why. You got to go back to your why. And then the who. The who and the why. That's where I'm at.
The who and the why. I ain't brought the scriptures. I like the way you brought the scripture in to kind of tie it in at the same time. It's like those two scriptures kind of is like a dichotomy, you know what I mean? Like on both sides. Money answers everything, but you can't love it so much. But then at the same time, though, what about those people that are poor? What about those people that just don't have no money? Now, do you say they are poor by circumstance because they just ain't getting it, because they're not greedy enough, they're not hustling enough?
No,
or
my people perish for the lack of knowledge.
Okay.
And so, sin is crazy because you can get in trouble for the things you know and don't know. And I say that in the sense that...
Say it again. Say it again so they can get it.
So you can get in trouble for the things that you know and don't know.
At the same time.
Right, because the knowledge is available.
Yeah.
It is available to you. And if you don't take the time to research and to go into it while it's just sitting there on the shelf. Like, so take a book. You can look at this book and pass by it all day long, and it collects dust and dust. And then you're just begging and pleading with God, I need this, I need that. Give me this, give me that. And God's like, you just passed the answer over and over and over again.
Or you stayed in the house and you didn't go outside.
Right, and you got a pity party, you know what I'm saying? And so there's
you were
knowledge.
praying, but you didn't do nothing, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I really feel like we have mad access, and again, the who and the why. What is your why? What is your intention? Let's say if you had all the money that you could possibly have, would you be content? Would you be content? Would you utilize it the right way, or would you still want to pile up more and more and more and more and more and more? The wealth of the wicked is laid up, which means that indicates to me that several people are just laying it up. It's just they're heaping it and piling it. Like almost give me this, give me this, give me this. You know what I mean? So it's available, stacks of it. The key is to how do righteous people have access to that.
Now, is it having access to it or having access to the mentality that gets you it?
I would say
because it's a mental thing.
Yeah, I would say the mentality. You know what I'm saying? But again, your who and your why. Why do you want to have access to this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you need, or why do you feel like you're a recipient of what's heaped and piled up? Now you can go into the word, but again, as an individual, like, what's your why? Why do you feel like you can receive those things that are heaped up and piled up? And then how do you get those things? Like, how do you access, what's heaped up and piled up from people that are just kind of like greedy people? It's piling up. It's we have access. If you're righteous, you have access to those things, right? So how do you access it?
Yes, absolutely. Now, in the business world, and you're an entrepreneur yourself, you're a businesswoman yourself, it's like a dog-eat-dog world almost.
Wow.
It can be, right?
Oh, big time.
You know what I'm saying? So, then, how would you advise our people, especially? Because, our people, we need the most help. Actually, I mean, from what I see, we need a lot of help when it comes to this whole business thing. So, how would you actually, what would you say to advise our people in the moves that they should make as far as their mentality? A lot of us, we love the shiny stuff, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us, we love the bling bling, but don't really want to do the thing that's necessary. What
I would say immediately, like, we have access, and it's really close by. Most of the time, you have people that are right next to you that have the answer, that can provide resources, that can give you an out, but we won't even start there. You go way over here when what you need is like right there. So I would start with like, what are your immediate resources? What is the immediate information that you can get? If you talk to the person next to you, I mean, there are so many ways to access information and to kind of like pull from one another. Like I can ask you, well, what do you need? You know what I'm saying? What are you working on? What things? And so then you pick someone's brain, so be willing to do that instead of envying, the person that's like right beside you, well, they got this and they're doing that.
Yeah.
Well, instead of doing that, I think that's a lot of our people's downfall. You're looking at somebody that can be the recipient of just blessings, but then you also could be looking at someone who actually took the time to study, who scaled up their business, who like used their knowledge and the things that they learned.
You gotta find out though,
right?
A lot of us make these presumptions, you know what I'm saying?
They do, and then you miss it. You completely miss your blessing because you won't talk to the person next to you. Like somebody might not want to talk to you.
Yeah, am I not?
You know, because you're the air quote.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's okay.
Maybe not.
I mean, it's not okay, but it's okay at the same time.
I mean,
Because that person could be a door. But at the same time, what kind of door? Is it a door that leads to nonsense or a door that leads to blessings? You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. And we'll take a second.
Okay.
Pause.